Welcome to BL Stories, where romance, drama, and unforgettable boys' love come to life. Love knows no limits, and the best stories aren't always straight. Subscribe now and join our growing BL-loving family. I've wanted to release this for a long time because even though it's been a few years, I still can't forget the first time. I also don't know if I should be happy or should I be ashamed. This happened when I was 18. Before I went to college in Manila, I stayed for 2 weeks at my brother's friend's boarding house while I was still looking for a place to live. I hoped for just 5 days, but on the third night, something happened that I didn't expect. The second night, I was with Jake, my brother's friend, who is 5 years older than me. He's tall, fair-skinned, has a gym body, and is a bit quiet. But there's something about him that seems to be too kind to me. He always looks at me, always asks if I'm okay. I thought he was just concerned. But that night, we had a drink inside the room. There was no one else in the house. His friends went home. That's where I slept in his bed because it's cold outside. I was already tipsy. I was only wearing boxers. He was only wearing shorts and no top. It was awkward at first, but we became comfortable with each other. Until it became a matter of love life. He asked if I already had a girlfriend. I said no. Then he just smiled and suddenly became quiet. That's when I felt that he was giving me a different kind of look. I won't go into too much detail, but what I remember is that he started to applaud me. He looked at me and asked if I was okay. I didn't answer, but I didn't stop him either. I didn't expect that night that I would experience my first kiss with a male friend. It was as if he intended every second that I felt until we got home from bed. We were shy, nervous, and it was different. He did everything. He was careful. It was like he was used to it. But I also felt that he wasn't rushing every move. It was as if he had been waiting for that moment for a long time. After that, we didn't talk. I just fell asleep while he hugged me from behind. The next day, it was as if nothing happened. But I slowly changed my perspective. I didn't know if I loved him or if I just used him to find out who I really am. Now it's been years. I haven't seen him again. But the truth is, it's still the same night that I remember. Sometimes, the first time you don't expect it. You don't know if it's right or wrong. You just feel it. You won't be the same again. When I woke up the next day, he was no longer by my side. Jake was already in the kitchen having coffee. He didn't even smile. It was as if nothing happened. I was still wondering if it was just a dream that night. But no, I still felt the warmth of his palms, the weight of his hugs, the bumps on my neck that I couldn't understand. "Good morning," he said, as if nothing happened. I couldn't look straight. I felt like I was guilty even though he didn't force me. He didn't use me, but I didn't know if it meant anything to him. After breakfast, we sat on the sofa and watched Netflix in silence until he said, "Alan, don't think that what happened last night was wrong." I couldn't answer. I wanted to ask what it was to him, but I was too shy, and before I could speak, he suddenly came close to my shoulder. And that's when I felt the warmth of yesterday like an addiction to my skin. "Is it okay to do it again?" he asked me. I didn't respond. I didn't cut myself. I just felt that we were in the same room again. We were both silent. No one talked. But it was full of warmth, of hugs, and a kind of connection that I don't know where to end. After that, literally every day something happened to us. It became part of our routine. Every night, we were both waiting for someone to come closer. And every night, what we were doing more real, more intense. But there was no talk, no us, no "I love you," no one else, just us, every night. After a few nights, I started to hope. I don't know, maybe because we did it so many times that we both liked it. I thought it meant something to him. When he kissed me on the neck, I felt what he was looking at. When he hugged me after that, it felt so tight, like he didn't want to let me go. My heart told me that maybe he loves me. But my mind said no. One night, while I was lying on his bed, I asked him, "Jake, I'm just curious, did you do this to others too?" He laughed, the type who has no guilt. Then he said, "Of course, but you're the only one who's pleasant to talk to." I thought it was a kiss, but it was actually painful. It means, I'm not special, I'm not first, I'm not last either. He fell asleep right after we kissed that night. I was still awake, and while I was staring at his room, I asked myself, Is this really the first time? The one you slowly give, while the other one is gone. The next day, I tried to avoid it. I let him go out to take a walk. He didn't stop me, it was fine with him. That's when I felt that maybe I'm the only one who's hoping for this. When I came back, he's not there. And for the first time, he left his cell phone in his bed the next day. And what I saw? Messages, see you later, same time, G, and not from me. That's when I realized, while I thought there's something special happening between us, to him, I'm just one of many. When I read his chats, I don't know what I'll feel. It's not us, there's nothing to talk about. But why does my heart feel like it's throbbing? Like there's something pinching my chest. It's not just jealousy, it's like he left me even though he didn't choose me. When he came back, he was still silent. As if nothing happened. I was breaking down inside. He put me next to his bed. Smiling. You think it's not his fault? He wanted to start what we used to do. But I stopped him. Jake, what do you think of me? He stopped. He laughed. What do you mean? Is this how it's supposed to be? Are you always like this? He was silent. He didn't look at me. He thought for a moment and then he said, don't be too harsh, Alan. We're enjoying ourselves, right? I was completely cold. The next day, I packed early. I didn't wait for him anymore. I didn't talk to him anymore. I just left. A few days later, I moved to a dorm near the campus. A quiet life. No Jake, no caresses every night. But I felt calmer. Or so I thought. Until one night, while I was waiting outside a convenience store, someone approached me. My classmate from another subject. Hey, is that you, Alan? He asked. I just smiled. Since then, we always eat together, talk to each other, and sometimes, we go home together. His name is Manuel. He's simple. Not gym fit. Not handsome. But when he smiles, it's like your day is getting lighter. And every passing day, I notice that he doesn't care about me. I didn't expect to like Manuel. He's not like Jake. He's not handsome. He's not short. He's not strong. But he's different. To him, there's no division. There's no comparison. He doesn't plan to kiss me whenever we're alone. To him, there's respect. Sometimes, when it rains, we run to the dorm together. We're both wet. We just laugh. When it comes to the dorm gate, he grabbed his hand and wiped my hair. It's a simple gesture, but I feel it's important. It hurts. You might get sick, he said. That's when I realized that even without a kiss, even without a hug, your heart might melt. But to be honest, I'm still scared. Because sometimes, when I'm alone in my room, I think about Jake's nights. The weight of his body on top of me. The cold but warm looks. It's like there's mold on my skin. I can't leave. That's why sometimes when I talk to Manuel, I think, is it wrong for someone to come even though I'm not whole yet? One night, Manuel invited me to dinner. He said, it's my treat. I went to thesis defense. I said, let's go together later. When I got to the restaurant, I saw him waiting outside. I smiled. My favorite milk tea is wintermelon, but before I got close to him, I heard a familiar voice from behind. Alan? When I turned around, it was Jake. He was standing, staring, smirking, and he followed me. You changed me so fast. When I saw Jake in front of the restaurant, it's like he poured cold water on me. He smiled. But his smile has a mixed feeling. It's like he wants me to feel that I still owe him something. As for Manuel, he got closer. He still brought the milk tea. Are you okay? He asked. Oh, that's Jake. My brother's friend. I told him, I answered. I tried to avoid him from catching the suddenness of my voice. Jake looked at Manuel, then at me, then he smiled deeply. You seem close already. We were like that before, right, Alan? It's like he opened our secret in front of Manuel. It's like I intentionally messed up my silence. I didn't say anything, I just got confused. Good thing, Manuel broke the silence. Let's go, Alan. I'm hungry, your milk tea might get cold. He held my hand, not to show Jake that we have each other, but to pull me away from the mess. And while we were eating, I felt that Manuel forced me not to ask. But in his eyes, I know that he wants to know something. When we were about to go home, I couldn't take it anymore. Manuel, something happened to us before. We didn't become us, but something happened and I got hurt. And to be honest, I didn't know that I was already whole. He looked at me straight in the eyes. I know that I'm not the first, but I don't want to be a part of your life. You don't want to fix it yet. We were quiet the whole trip. When we got to the dorm, before he turned around, he said, "Alan, I like you. But choose yourself first before you choose me." And I was left in front of the dorm. I didn't know who I was supposed to be. To my broken heart, or to the person who is ready to make me whole even if he didn't break me. I was quiet for a few days. I didn't answer Manuel. I didn't acknowledge Jake's chats. But in my mind, I was confused. Sometimes at night, I remember the first night that Jake held me. The warmth of his hand on my skin, the strength of his body, the weight of his kisses. All of that hit me. But while I remember that, I also remember how cold I was afterwards. How I was trapped in the bathroom the next day. I washed myself even if there was no dirt. How I looked in the mirror and couldn't see who was inside my eyes. That's why tonight I decided to go to him. My brother's boarding house. The same gate, the same doorbell. He opened the door as if he wasn't surprised. "Did you miss me?" he asked with a familiar smile. But I didn't smile. I didn't sit down. I just looked at him. I didn't come back to repeat the past. I came back to finish this. "Your drama," he laughed. "I wish you didn't do this before. Because before, I thought I was wrong. I thought I deserved what happened. But now, I know I was just my body that you held. You didn't love me." He was silent all of a sudden. He wasn't used to my tone. I was always the one who followed. I was always the silent one. Now, I was the one facing. "Don't look for me. Don't bother me. You don't own me." I left without looking back. I wasn't afraid anymore. I didn't hesitate anymore. When I got to the dorm, it was still silent but lighter. Manuel chatted. "How are you?" I just answered, "I'm better now. I'm done with him." And finally, it's like I'm breathing again. It's been a few weeks. It's quiet again. But I feel different now. I'm not afraid of silence anymore. I'm not hiding from the noise or other people. I learned to breathe deeply even alone. And to this day, Manuel is still there. We don't see each other often. But when we do, it feels like it's enough. Sometimes, we eat together in front of the dorm. Sometimes we just walk home. Sometimes we are on the rooftop of their building. They have coffee and bread. It's just quiet. No questions. No demand. As long as he's there and I'm here. Until one night, while the wind is cold, he suddenly spoke. "Alan, I want to try again. Not to heal your wounds, but to start anew. If it's okay with you, I want us to be. Not perfect, but true." I looked at him. I feel like he's not sure what my answer will be. But he's ready to accept anything. I smiled. I'm also ready. It's not complete yet, but my decision to try is complete. And that's where we started. We already started. Not as an escape. Not because we want to escape the past. But because we are both ready to face the present together. My healing process is not yet finished, but now, I'm with you in every step. And in every step, I learn not only to love Manuel, but also myself. And to be honest, for the first time, I really want to know who I am when I'm with him. Thanks for listening to today's BL story. If it made your heart skip a beat, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Only here on BL Stories, where love knows no limits.